Welcome to another episode of Entrepreneurs in Fuego. We are documenting the journey of incredible entrepreneurs such as Jack Martin, Area Director of Centershpere.
How you doing?
And you do insurance and all sorts of things. You're an entrepreneur.
Yes. Centershpere, it's kind of a thing of I like connecting with people. So I found that 13 years in the United States Army, you connect with a lot of people, do a lot of things.
Yeah.
Then for 10 years now, I've run my own insurance brokerage with my wife.
Right.
And 8 months ago, I was looking into starting a networking group just to get to know more people. Being new to the Arizona market for about 2.5 years ago, we moved here, kind of out of the blue, just because it was sunny. We love the sunshine. Come from Oregon, where it's raining about
6 months. Well, we have sunshine every 364 days over here.
Yeah, here. And then where I came from in Oregon, growing up, we get sunshine for about 6-7 days a year. I mean, really. So it's a beautiful place to live, but we just fell in love with the sunshine and the 70-degree winter weather.
Absolutely.
Found that networking was my thing. Just getting to know people, I fell in love with that more than anything I've ever done. So just going out and talking with new people, connecting them with somebody else.
And Centersphere is all about connecting individuals. It's all about connecting the right individuals.
Yes. Yeah, and so I've had some great conversations over the past really full-time doing this for 6 months, and I've had some great connections with people. And it's when you're looking at referring business to somebody, you refer your friends. I mean, you really do. When you know somebody personally, and then you know what they do for a living, you refer them easier that way. And when I'm looking at a referral, it's hard when you know 20 real estate agents. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. There are so many chambers of commerce, meetups, associations, networking groups, etc. So the competition is fierce to have an adequate and successful and effective network chamber, or in this case, a network group such as Centersphere. What is that makes Centersphere distinct from all of these people? What makes you stand out?
We are focusing on the network itself, not so much the groups. The groups are an added benefit. So having a group that you belong to, but being able to go online, instead of me saying, hey, Francisco, I have a referral for you, and it ends up being just a lead. A lead is just a name and number of somebody who's not really expecting your call. But a referral is, hey, here's a friend of mine. They know you're going to call them because I told them all about you, or I even made the introduction myself. So we're making that as a network as a whole, as opposed to just the group itself. So as we grow, we're at almost 100 members now in the Valley itself, but we're nationwide. So as we grow, our goal is 1,000 this year, just in the Valley.
Sure.
10,000 over time. Just there's the room for it, but making that a network. I would say they are our competition in a way. The other groups are, but they're not, because if you're going to something that's working for you, a chamber or another networking company that's working for you, continue to do that. We're not, as far as that goes, we're not exclusive. We want people to belong to other things that are working for them, because then they come back to us anyway. You know what I mean? We're just a part of their networking business. Getting out there, and the more people you can go out and meet, the better your business is. You know that and what you do. So
more than a name and a lead, what you're doing through Centersphere, and I can tell you, I mean that I'm very fortunate to have received incredible number of names and phone numbers and emails of people that may be interested in coming to the show or doing business here at the Office Pile. But more than just a call name or a phone number, these are people that have a lot more interest in doing business with you. Yes. And so when you talk to these people, there is a greater opportunity of actually doing some business.
Yes, because you get that trust factor.
Right.
You and I have a trust factor in business, and then a third person comes along who trusts me, but because I trust you, they'll trust you as well.
Right.
It's that triangle that you like, the triangle of trust. You try to build that with people. And so it makes the referrals that much easier, just because you're making those connections right off the top. So,
how did you find Centersphere? I mean, or did the Centersphere find you?
Kind of a combination. So friends of ours own Centershpere, Brett and Jessica Boyer. They have a house down here in Chandler, then they have a house in Omaha where Centershpere started 6 years ago, and they wanted to grow this market. So it was probably November, December of last year. My wife and I, like I said, we were looking at starting our own chapter, and we called them up saying, hey, we love what you guys are doing. We want to start a chapter. And Brett said, why don't you just run Arizona and California for me?
Wow.
And I don't, obviously I was like, well, that's, it's a little more than I was looking for, but at the same time, within a week or two of helping and just getting started in things, I realized going out and meeting new people is what I love to do. And my insurance business, my brokerage, is growing just because of that. And it's not all business I'm writing, it's people that are coming to me looking for stuff, and I know who they need to talk to. So,
and some of the industries that the people that have joined Centershpere, what are those industries? Is this varied? Is this just real estate agents, insurance agents? What other people? Yeah,
always real estate agents, always insurance agents, your mortgage brokers. But we get your network marketers, different businesses, different business models.
There is no exclusivity, just for I'm just going to have one real estate agent or one insurance agent.
In a chapter, there's exclusivity within that group, but in Centershpere alone, the network itself, there's no exclusivity. You can visit other chapters, no matter what you do for a living, because it's about the connection with the person, not the profession. So two people, a realtor and a mortgage broker that are in different chapters, may connect and become great friends and refer more business than the realtor that's already in that mortgage broker's chapter, just because they didn't connect as well. So it's all about the relationship, the professional relationship, and the connection you make.
What is your background, man? What did you do before Centershpere, and what did you do before you were being insurance agent?
Army, yes. United States Army for 13 years. Grew up in a military family. Both my parents did a little over 30 years in the Army. So I grew up that way and then went into it myself, did that for 13 years. Realized that, I love being in the military because of the camaraderie, the people that you meet, the stuff that you see. I obviously like to give some of that back.
Sure.
But coming out and just being able to connect other people, it's always been a passion of mine.
And is that discipline that you found in the Army, that those values that you found there, that you're applying now to the business of Centershpere, to the business that you have for insurance and everything else, which are incredible?
I believe
very
so.
valuable.
Yeah, I truly believe so. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense to going from protecting people one way to connecting and protecting them a different way.
As an entrepreneur and being ahead of Centershpere, one of the challenges would be to, all right, so how do I grow this? How do I grow this from 100 members to 1,000 members? What kind of a strategy do you apply to grow that exponentially?
We empower our members to, so we have a program right now. It's normally you get a member of ours gets 3 new members in a year.
Yeah.
They refer 3 new members to Centershpere. They get their next year free. So essentially our membership, we don't want them ever paying again. That's how we're going to grow exponentially. We just started a new program that a new member comes in. If they refer 2 members in their first 30 days, they get their next year for free. So another thing we do is with our nonprofits, and something that I am offering to the TOPS Foundation.
Yep.
So for every member that you refer into Centershpere, we're going to give you $25 for every single, in perpetuity. So you refer 10 people and they go out and refer 10, every single one of those comes back to you guys.
It's a beautiful thing,
Yeah.
and that's a great thing for the TOP Foundation and a great thing for Centershpere.
Yeah.
You guys are doing just a phenomenal thing, and I know Taylor is also a member of Centershpere. You are members of Centershpere. We are members of Centershpere, and the connections are really very, very, very incredible. You are a networker's networker. You are, because here's the thing. For you have to be able to attend so many events to spread the word, right?
Yes.
If they don't know about you or what you do, how else are people gonna find out about you?
We find out about us online, but it is word of mouth. Word of mouth is strictly how we go. So yeah, I attend as many things as I can attend. And I always tell people, make a joke that I'm not a planner, I'm an attender. So my wife is a planner, she loves planning events and she's great at it. You tell me Jack plans something, I'll pass it to somebody who's really good at it and I'll attend. So
Jack Martin,
Thank you very
Centershpere,
much.
man, I appreciate it. You guys are doing a phenomenal job, and
Thank
with
you.
that, we are out.
Welcome to the remix. Prestige.